Excuse you. I'm over here giving a life lesson. Thank you, hair. Hello, my lovely babes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, hi, how are you? If you're returning, hi, how are you? My name is Andre. I am the owner and creator of this channel. If you're not new, welcome back, babes. Welcome back. Please excuse my drenched hair. I don't know what is going on with it right now, but it's dripping wet, so just excuse her. She's got a little mind of her own today. I hope y'all enjoyed last week's video. If you haven't watched it, definitely go give it a watch. I will put that somewhere here. And definitely leave a comment in the comment section down below. In today's video, I was doing my hair, lol, and I was just thinking about something, and I was like, wow, video. So I literally stopped, and I turned on the camera. So today's video is just gonna be about changing yourself to benefit or fit someone else. So, a lot of people often ask me, how do I remain so me? And the answer to that is just because I do not do what I want to do because someone else wants me to do it. If that makes sense. So let me break it down. I say this in so many of my videos. You're born alone, you die alone, yada yada yada. And I live by that because at the end of the day, no one is living for you. So, in order for me to be true to myself, that means that I have to do for myself. What that means is I have to provide for myself. Granted, yes, I am living under my parents' roof right now. So they are, in theory, providing for me. Do I provide for myself in another aspect? Yes. And in those aspects, do I take into consideration what other people want me to do? No, not all the time. Why? When I went to going to get my car, I could have waited to get a different car, but my parents wanted me to get a cash. Well, my dad wanted me to get a cash car. I didn't want to get a cash car. So what did I do? I went and I purchased a car that I wanted to get at the time. And now we're doing better at that. And pretty much, I enjoy the car a lot more than I would have if I was just with whatever car I got instead of this one. Now, does this mean that I could have a better car right now because I could have saved more? Yeah, but would I be in the same predicament that I'm in right now? No. Would I have learned the lessons that I learned at that time or over this course of time had I gotten a cash car? No. So with that being said, now I have these lessons. Now I'm doing these things that I'm doing. It builds you up to do the things that you are meant to do. And I'm a lot happier. Why? Because the car's in my name and my credit is being built and no one else's. And no one at the end of the day can take this from me unless it's the bank. And I'm not going to allow that to happen. So that is one example of how I live and do things for myself. How does this make you happier? Because I know y'all are probably like, okay,
Well, congratulations. Like, not all of us are fortunate to go out and just buy ourselves a car.
which I completely understand. But how does that make me happier? Well, it's mine. You know, when you start living for yourself, if I want to go get some boba right now and I go get some boba, I'm not relying on someone else to go with me. If I want to go furniture shopping, I can go by myself. I'm not relying on someone else to go with me. I bought my own apartment, which means that I'm able to go and get whatever furniture I want. Now, had my parents gotten my apartment and they were like, well, we want you to have this couch and this, that, and the other, then yeah, if my parents are like, here's $500 or we're gonna buy your couch, then I have to rely on them and be like, hey, how do you like this? How do you like that? Like, no, you get to move in a way that you want to move. Now, I know that I keep tying this back to my parents, but this fits into every relationship that you have. So whether it be your friends, it's the same thing. If your friends are like, well, you should get this couch, ask them, well, I completely understand you wanting to help out in your consideration on this couch, and I see that you appreciate and love the couch, but I just don't feel like that's the couch for me, and since it's my apartment, that's not the couch that I'm going to get. And you're able to say that because they're not paying for it. Now, other reason that I'm pointing this out is because oftentimes in life, we get so caught up in people pleasing. And now don't get me wrong, as I said on my other videos, I am preaching to the choir because I am a people pleaser at its finest. Like, I get sad so quick or annoyed so quick with things because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I wasn't able to do X, Y, and Z for this person, and now I'm sad because they're sad, or, yes, yes, yes. And you have to get out of that. Why? Because one, those that you do for will not do the same for you all the time. And two, when you get into that mindset and people start to realize that, then you're just going to spread that energy and other people are going to do that. And it gets exhausting, babes. And we are not doing everything for everybody at the end of 2021. And we really should have left that in 2020. So if you're still doing that, now is the time to change, babes, because we're not doing that now. On top of that, we get so caught up in wanting to be popular or wanting to, hang out with this person or do this or, this person's doing this, so like, why can't I? And it's like, you have to understand, babes, that you're not that person. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to be that person or be with that person, you have to realize that you might not be what that person is looking for. Now, let me elaborate on that. Because a lot of people break up with their boyfriend, boyfriend, whomsoever, significant other thing, and then they get so caught up in, oh my gosh, well, I've just lost the best part of me, this, that, and the other, yada, 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 or they're talking to someone and then they just get ghosted, this, that, and the other, and they're like, oh, well, I guess I'm just not good enough for them, and that line pisses me off, and the reason why is, babes, it's not that you're not good enough for them, it's that you're not good enough with them. Let me rephrase that. It's not that you're not good enough for them. You're not meant for them, and there is a difference. You might have been meant for them at one point in time, the same way that a pair of shoes were meant for an outfit, but they might not be meant for the same outfit 2 months later down the road, is the same way that you might not be meant for that person, because we're growing, you're growing, they're growing, we're all growing and changing. And as we change, the people around us change and things get different and we look at life in a different perspective. The same way that people change their majors are the same way that people could change who it is that they're falling in love with or what it is that they actually want. But you also have to understand that you as a person, you don't have to be meant for everybody. The same way that this shirt looks good on me might not look good on someone else. And you have to understand that we're a puzzle, but not all the pieces go together. You might not go with him or her or they or them, You go with what it is that you go with. And yes, it hurts right now because you're like, well, darn, they're not with me. What do? You move on. That's what you do. You move on. Because at the end of the day, if someone felt like at this point in time you're not meant for them, excuse you, I'm over here giving a life lesson. Thank you, hair. Because at the end of the day, if you're not meant for someone, you're not meant for someone. And once they move on, it's hard to bring them back. And do you really want to fight for that? Because they're not fighting, You're just putting more work into this person that's not putting in that same effort into you. And when it's unfair to you, but it's unfair to them for them as well. But it's more unfair to you when you could be putting this effort into someone else, or better yet, into yourself, babes, because it's 2021 hot girl summer, okay? And we are focusing on ourselves. So start putting that energy into yourself. Now, I'm not going to make this, all about relationships, this, that, and the other, because it does go into friendships as well. Friends do change. Some change for the better, some change for the worse, some revert, some go forward, some catapult. Like, it really just depends. Not all friends are going to be your friends for your life. You're not going to be friends with them for a month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. Friendships change, and you have to understand that. You have to learn not to get so butthurt. And I mentioned this a little bit in my last episode, or not my episode, not my podcast, my last video, about how, you know, you might not be friends with someone, and you have to look at it as, okay, we're not friends, and it might have been something that I did, and it might not have been. But the more that you ponder and sulk upon it, is the more that you're going to bring yourself down. And that's not what you want to do. You don't want to keep bringing yourself down over something that you don't understand or something that you don't know. Instead, you want to build yourself up into something that you want to be and something that you do want to know. Does that make sense, you know? Like, we're so scared of the unknown that we want to go back to what it is that we do know instead of building ourselves to get into the unknown to make it what it is that we do know. So let's start doing that, y'all. And last but not least, if you are changing yourself so that you can fit someone or something, like, and I'm not talking about clothes, but if you're changing yourself so that you can hang out with Susie, Sally, or Joe, or John, or Jill, or whomsoever, or if you're trying to become in a relationship with this person, or whatever it may be, and you're changing yourself to do that, there's one thing to change yourself for the better, but if you're changing yourself so that you can be with this person or so that this person can like you more, then they're not liking you. And this is what we fail to realize, is that if you have to change yourself, if you have to change your personality, then that personality does not belong to you. You know, if I go and hop in my friend's car so that I can go pick up a girl and the girl is like, dang, I like your car, and I say thank you, it's not my car. She doesn't like my car. She likes my friend's car. So it's the same thing. Why would you pick up on someone else's personality so that this person can fit you, and now this person is liking your personality, but in reality, it's not your personality. It's someone else's. If they cannot accept you for who you are, then they do not deserve you. If they cannot, they cannot accept you at your worst, then they do not If they cannot accept you at your worst, then they do not deserve you at your best. We get so caught up in wanting to be top-notch and pitch perfect for everyone, and that's not what you have to do, and that's not what you should do. Why? Because that makes your life exhausting. It's exhausting. If I want to go outside in my doggone pajama pants, I'm gonna go outside in my pajama pants, and if my neighbors don't like it, well, that's on them. If I want to go out and get boba with my friends and I am in sweatpants and they look good, that's on them. Congratulations, I'm happy that you look good, but at this current moment, I don't feel like looking good. You don't have to go with the crowd all the time, because that is what makes us diverse and different. And be happy being diverse and different, because no one likes a copy and paste plain Jane. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was just something that I really wanted to get off of my chest. Like, I've just been thinking about it for quite some time, and with Hot Girl Summer coming up, I felt like it was something that everybody needed to know. Like, be you. Authentic. That is what this channel is all about unapologetically being you. That is all that you can do. That is the best thing that you are at, is being you. Period. So, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video out. I know that there's people that y'all know that need to hear this, so share it out on whatever it is that you want to share it to. And don't forget to hit that like button so that I know that you are enjoying these videos, and comment down below what it is that y'all want me to talk about. I literally have so many different key points that I could talk about. And I will see y'all in next week's video. Peace.